Welcome to Studio Hockey. My name is Ernst Baart, and I'm joined by my co-host in this podcast, Jaspreet Singh. Studio Hockey is all about domestic and international hockey, and together we are going to make sure that we look at our game of hockey from both a European and a more Asian perspective. Our guest for today, you can see him in the middle already here if you're watching the video, is Arthur de Sloover. Arthur, welcome to the podcast here. Arthur de Sloover is or has been for a while now already the central defender in the Belgian national team, um, winning lots of nice prizes with that Belgian team. And he is playing domestically. He's playing for his club hockey in the Dutch hoofdklasse for Oranje-Rood. And recently, with the relaunch of the Hockey India League, he also joined the Hyderabad Tufans to play in the Hockey India League. Welcome, Arthur. Let's dive in immediately. Hockey is a big part of the DNA of your entire family. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got into hockey and how hockey is a big part of your family?
Yes, with pleasure. I started playing hockey since I was born. My whole family plays hockey, especially the side of my mother. My grandfather plays hockey or played hockey, and my mother and her brother played hockey as well. So and yeah, then it came to me, and I just followed my parents to the hockey field, to the hockey club, and yeah, I just played hockey since the beginning, and now I am where I am thanks to that also. So yeah, I even have my niece who's playing for the national team of the girls in Belgium. So yeah, it shows that our family is really hockey focused.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, uh, Sloover, you said you are where you are right now, and that includes Olympic gold, a World Cup gold, a European title, an FIH award. The cabinet in your house must be full. So, what's next on your checklist as your hockey journey nicely laid out?
Yeah, it's true that the past has been quite nice for me, but yeah, if you look now, the last 4 or 5 years, I haven't won anything um internationally or nationally with the domestic hockey. So yeah, I'm starting to be a bit impatient now to go back for the gold medals because yeah, a career is not going longer than 20 years, so you have to take the most out of it. And yeah, I'm very motivated now with the new generation of players we have in our team to yeah, to make something really nice, and maybe we can redo the things we did in the past. So that's the aim for me in the last years for me in international hockey.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned that you haven't won a bit in recent years, but if we look at the stats from FIH, the winning percentage for Belgium when you are on the field is a nice two-thirds of the game. So it speaks volumes to your role as a defender in winning, yeah, no less than 121 of the 182 games that you played so far for Belgium. Um, I always tell people, and then you might be a little bit uncomfortable with this, but I always tell people that for me, you are arguably at the moment the best defender on the field in international hockey currently. So I'm not going to ask you if you agree with that or not, but who are some of the big defenders that you look up to and admire in the game of hockey today, besides yourself?
Yeah, of course. I'm lucky to have Arthur, the other Arthur, next to me
Mm.
for yeah, my whole international career already, and he has shown and is still showing that he's the best one for already a long time. So yeah, I learned a lot from him. And then for the rest, yeah, it's difficult to players who I play against. Like, yeah, it's a bit strange. So I try to to learn from as many defenders as possible and pick up small things left and right from them. Um, but yeah, to really say now who's the best defender, it's such a broad spectrum. You have defending, but you have on the ball, you have penalty corner skills, you have all kind of stuff. So yeah, there's not one player that has everything together. Every player has his own qualities, and yeah, so it's difficult to really tell which defenders are I look up to. But yeah, I think the last couple of years there are a lot of good defenders that came through, and you see that uh, the defensive part of hockey has become more and more important. When you look at the last big finals, World Cups, and Olympics, it was always a small margin, low scores. So that shows that the defending has really a big impact on the game today.
Mhm.
Uh, Arthur, if we go back to 2016, when actually Belgium's dominance began with the silver at the Rio Olympics, and it followed a gold and a World Cup trophy as well. Uh, from there to here, who do you attribute this success to? Means there must be some aspects of Belgium hockey that have particularly worked consistently well, so that you have been in the knockout games throughout since 2016. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think when you look at the bigger picture, the past of Belgian hockey, you saw a big shift since the Beijing Olympics in 2008, where everything began for Belgian hockey, and everything that happened before that has been a big work from a lot of people behind the scenes. Yeah, to make the hockey in Belgium grow, and I don't think you can put it to one particular aspect that we have been successful. I think it has been a long journey and work of many years. Um, but maybe one of the things I would think about is just before the Rio Olympics when Shane McLeod joined the team. That was maybe one of the last puzzle pieces we needed to make that shift from being a really good team to being the best in the world or one of the best in the world. So I would say that Shane has made a big impact since that moment. Um, and then yeah, next to that we had of course a great generation of players who were, as I said before, they were very well helped when they were young in the youth categories. They had very good infrastructure, very good trainers, which made that they could grow in a very professional way and become great players. So I think that's is one of the things that made us one of the best hockey countries in the world. And when you look now, uh, now that a lot of guys have stopped and a lot of guys have come in, why you see that those guys they pick up the level so quickly that yeah, you will nearly see big changes. So yeah, I mean the structure of Belgian hockey at this point in time is so good that I hope we can still play at the top level for a number of years to come.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I think that also maybe domestic hockey or club hockey, as we call it, the structure that we have here has helped significantly in the growth of Belgian players. Uh, in recent years, we've seen that you grown more and more professional in the way that you approach your sport. But yeah, we can't look beside the reality of life. You're not football players or members of a bigger sport where you can retire after your career, having made enough money to be a pensioner for the rest of your life. So even while you're playing hockey, there's the element of academics that you still have to take into account, or some guys are probably already doing some work besides their hockey. Um, what can you tell us a little bit more about your life away from hockey, and then maybe not just on the golf course?
Yeah, of course, I like playing golf, but no, one of the things, yeah, I found it very important also to have something next to hockey because, as you said, yeah, we cannot live our whole life from it. So it was important for me to have something besides that. So I have done studies. I have done business economics studies in Antwerp, and yeah, this also helped me to have something next to hockey to focus on and to find a good balance between hockey and other stuff. So I've now finished my studies since 2 years, and yeah, I'm actually also working very small time in certain periods when we have a bit less time with national team preparing for tournaments. Then I take time to work a little bit. So I'm working at the private bank at this point in time, just to do something next to the hockey and yeah, to keep being busy in the business world, not to lose too many too many feeling with that. So yeah, I find that very important, and I know other guys in the team also have that. A lot of guys have a good have done good studies, and yeah, some of the guys decided not to do anything next to hockey at the moment, just focus on hockey, and then yeah, maybe probably work after the career. But that's something you have to decide for yourself. And yeah, I really need that balance to also be busy next to the hockey, uh, to stay fresh when I play hockey. So yeah, for the moment, I really like this, and yeah, we are lucky that we have yeah, we can live from our sport in this moment. So we could play only hockey and do nothing next to that. I know it's not in every country like that, so I think we can be very lucky with that. Um, but yeah, as you said, I find it quite important to have something next to the hockey as well.
Arthur, you mentioned it's not quite like that. Sorry, before I ask you, I must tell you I have a lozenge in my mouth. I have to keep it because my throat is troubling me somewhat. So an occasional slip of tongue, please forgive me for that. So
Problem.
just to clarify that, I have something in my mouth so that I can. It keeps dripping back. Okay. Uh, you talked about it's not being same in every country. The Hockey India League came back this at the end of last year. It was an important part of the growth of hockey over the years, but it stopped in 2017 and then it came back last year. You were part of Hyderabad Tufans. You got to play with the next generation of Indian players. Uh, what was it like? What was your assessment of that phase, that 1 month that you spent in the Hockey India League?
Oh, it was a very eye-opening adventure for me, a very eye-opening experience. Yeah, of course, being able to play with a lot of different cultures in the same team was something special. And yeah, to be really honest, and I don't say this because I wanna be polite or anything, but I think the I was quite surprised with the level of the Indian players. Yeah, especially our team, of course, because I've done a lot of trainings and stuff with them, and yeah, I have to be honest, I was quite impressed with the yeah with the level and the understanding of the game. We were one of the few teams in the Hockey India League that tried to play a zonal structure. Um,
Yeah.
and I think we managed that quite well. So yeah, it shows that that the guys in our team were able to yeah to read the information we gave and process it very well. So yeah, it was quite impressive from the guys. And yeah, you just see that hockey for the Indian players, it's such an important part of their life, and it can really literally change your life. So so to see how motivated and how hungry they are to show themselves and to be the best they can, it was very nice to see. And yeah, I have a lot of respect for Indian hockey.
Coming back to India, means staying with India internationally, coming back to the international field, you played them in a couple of matches in the Pro League this season. They won one match. That was, in fact, the only match India won on a disappointing tour of Europe where they lost seven out of the 8 matches they featured in. Um, you rubbed your shoulders against them in those 2 matches. What was the assessment of your assessment of that team? Why they played so badly, or was there something that you picked up was not working for them?
Well, I don't think they played badly. I think India is always going to be a tough opponent for every country, and when you look at their games, they were all close calls. I don't think they lost more than one game with 2 goals difference or more. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not that they played badly. It's just that probably in key moments they lacked a bit yeah of experience or anything to make the right decisions and to bring the game home. Uh, yeah, I know that Harmanpreet, the captain, is a very important part of their team, and he also was a bit injured for a couple of games, so that's also a big factor for India to perform well. Uh, and yeah, next to that, I heard some troubles with visa and stuff that made it difficult to perform with the whole team from the start. So yeah, I don't think we have to look too much at the results they did. I think they're since the Paris Olympics back in constructing a new team towards the World Cup for next year. And yeah, for them, the Pro League is important, but I think they're looking at the bigger picture and they are trying to develop new players to be at their best at the World Cup. And I know the coach Craig Fulton, of course, a lot, and yeah, I know he's doing a really good job, and he's also looking at the bigger picture and not only at the results of today.
Now, over the years, Srijesh has played an important part in India's most memorable wins, including the 2 Olympic bronze medals. Um, he is retired, of course. He put down his stake after the Paris Olympics. Uh, do you see it as an impact on the team because their last line of defense is not as solid as it used to be?
Yes, that's probably that could probably be an argument why they concede maybe more goals than before. Uh, Not only Srijes was a great goalie and a good shot stopper, but yeah, he probably also gave a lot of confidence to the team and to the defense in front of him with his experience. So yeah, of course, I think Srijes played a massive role in that team, and yeah, it's not easy for the guys uh, that have to follow the steps of Srijes to immediately be at the same level as he was. So yeah, that will also take a little bit of time, but I think you have to give that time. You have to give those goalies uh, games and experience so that they can gain the experience they need for the big tournaments, as I said. So I wouldn't be too worried as India being to think that those results mean that India is not in a good place in world hockey at the moment. You have to give it time, and you have to evaluate after a big tournament.
Hmm. Speaking of big tournaments, we've got the European Championships coming up, and you are actually, as we speak, and as we are recording this, you are in Germany with your national team, with for some preparation games against Germany for that European Championship. Um, you guys want to win it back, obviously, from the Netherlands, who are the title defenders. Recently, your squad was announced for the tournament, and the tournament starting on August 8th in Germany in Mönchengladbach. Um, are you happy with the squad, Arthur, that was selected for this tournament? We've seen several young guys making their debut in for the first time in a big event.
Yes, it's quite exciting. I think we have, if I'm not mistaken, 5 players that play their first big tournaments. We have Loic van Doorn also he has played a lot of games for us before, but it's actually his first real tournament as a first goalie. So yeah, we have a lot of new guys, new kids on the block. But I have to say I'm very excited about the tournament coming up. I think if we're realistic, we're not the favorites to win the tournament. But I think we can be very exciting to watch, and maybe we can be a bit of surprise for the outside world. So I have to say the young guys that came in, they made a lot of huge steps since we restarted after the Paris Olympics. And if you would have told me in October, November last year that if we would have been ready for the Euros, I would have said no. But the last couple of months, we made so much steps that actually I'm very excited now because we could potentially be a big surprise this tournament. So I'm really looking forward to see the young guys performing well, and we're going to support them as much as possible.
Yeah, you already touched on it earlier. Loic van Doren is going to play his first big event as the first goalie for your team. It was quite for at least for the outside world, it was quite a big surprise that Vincent Van Asch, if you're talking about a big goalie, Vincent Van Asch probably one of the best, if not the best goalie in almost 10 years of field hockey right now. Were you surprised about his exclusion from the team for this event? And has this had any impact on your team?
No, it's not a surprise for the team. We knew that this was a possibility that Loic would get his opportunity, and it's of course difficult if you have two goalies like that in your team. I think it's a luxury problem. I think Loic would be first goalie in a lot of other countries in the world. So it's of course very tough for him, and I'm happy that he gets the opportunity now to show himself on the international stage. Um, and is it for the bigger picture that Loic is playing probably, but I think he has proven also that he's a world class goalie, and he really deserves his spot in the team today. And of course, it's also nice to have Vincent in the team, and I'm happy that he will join us back after the Euros, and we will have again two amazing goalies that will fight for the spot for the World Cup. So I don't think it has a big impact on the team. As I said, Loic is a world class goalie. We all support him. We're all behind him, and we know that he will also have an important role in our team for these Euros.
Yeah. And another one of the surprise names in this selection was the very young player still of Lucas Balthazar. Um, all the other names are guys who are playing for top level teams in our domestic leagues, and have already shown themselves a little bit more on the scene of top hockey. Not saying that Lucas Balthazar hasn't, but he's coming from a little bit of a smaller club. And is still a very young guy. How has he impressed you in making this selection?
Yeah, it's true that it's quite a surprising player in the selection. It's also a player that you wouldn't have selected in September, October probably of last year, but he has made huge steps, and he has a lot of potential. If you're selected at this young age, it shows that you have something special. Shane also said it to the team that he really was impressed by Lucas, by how he played. Um, I feel with if you see at the age he has and the way he plays, he has a very mature way of playing already. So that's very promising, and it's just a guy with a good mentality. He knows what to do. He knows his job in the team. He knows when to play safe, when to go forward. So it's a very promising player, and I think it's good to have those kind of players at that age have this experience to play a big tournament.
Mhm.
And yeah, he totally deserved his spot. It's not a gift from the coach to yeah, it's not a wild guess. I mean, to let him play. He really showed during a lot of months that he deserved his spot.
No, fully agree there. Let's bring another teammate of you in the mix here, and we asked another teammate, not from Belgium, but one from Oranje-Rood, to also ask you a question for today. So let's bring on. And he's not live with us here, but he recorded the video, and you're already smiling because you already know who is on the screen here. We brought on Joep de Mol. So let's listen to the question from Joep for you, Arthur.
Hallo Ernst, hallo Arthur, dik op zijn kont, grote vriend van mij. Slow, my question for you is, this year the Euros will be played in Mönchengladbach again, with the emphasis on again. In 2023, the Euros were held in Mönchengladbach. Don't you think it's better to grow the game of hockey, to organize a tournament in different nations more often? So World Cup 2018 and 2022 were back-to-back in India. The World Cup in 2014 was held in Holland, now again in Holland and Belgium. But don't you think we should grow the game a bit more by expanding where we organize tournaments? Curious about your thoughts. Enjoy.
That's a good question of Joep, and yeah, I have to say I fully agree with him. Yeah, as he said, we're probably not one of the biggest sports in the world, but we want to become it, and to become a big sport in the world, we have to go to a lot of places, and yeah, if you always organize the tournaments at the same place, yeah, you don't reach enough people, you don't show your sports to the outside world enough. So yeah, I think we have a lot of nice places where we play hockey. An example is, for example, the hockey in Oman of last year for the qualifier of the Olympics. Yeah, that's a spot where we probably never been before. So to organize something there, it's something special, something new. We reach a lot of new people. Um, we've seen a lot of places in the world, but for example, I've never been to North America before. So yeah, there the sports is not as big as the women's side of the sport, for example. So that could be something nice to do. But I agree that if we want to give the sport more leverage in the world, we should let it happen at more places than only the same stadiums in India or in Holland or stuff like that. So yeah, that's certainly something the FIH and the European Federation could work on for the future.
Adding to that question, I think the women and the men World Cups happen simultaneously at the same in the same window. That again is a question whether one takes the sheen off from the other, whether both the tournaments happening separately invite more attention than they will happening simultaneously. What's your thoughts on that?
You mean the women and the men's being separated or
Yeah,
not? Yeah. Wait a second.
Yeah, no problem. Someone is knocking at the door in the hotel room there.
yeah.
So, so this is when you record live. Then you get half naked guys
That's the
walking
life.
into the room.
That's the life in a team event.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
No, no. So the question was indeed, yeah,
No,
the choice to organize the tournaments not only at the same venue but at the same time, so that you can't shine more of a light on either women's hockey or either men's hockey. Thoughts?
oh, it's a good question. It's a difficult one to answer because when I look at, for example, other sports, uh, now we have the European Cup football that is taking place of the women, and the European Cup of the men of football not. So yeah, there they do it separately. We do it at the same time for hockey. Yeah, which one is better? I think it's a very difficult one to answer. I think statistically, there's always been more interest in men's sports than women's sports. So maybe people of women's sports will like it to be held at the same moment.
We lost your voice.
It's very difficult to give.
Yeah, can you repeat a little bit the last 30 seconds? Because we lost your audio for a moment there. Not hearing you at the moment.
No?
Can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, now
Yes?
now we
Okay,
can.
perfect. To on your question, it's a very difficult one to answer. For me personally, yeah, it's not that that it influences our tournaments a lot if men and women are at the same time or not. But for international hockey, I would say it's better taking place at the same time, because you can make it a bigger event. You can probably do a lot of marketing around it. And when it's only men or only women, I don't think it will have as much impact to the game. So yeah, I would say doing it together is probably a better thing to do.
And before we jump on to the concluding section of this podcast, you must have noticed I was writing down a couple of points. Um, when you mentioned about hockey getting more following around the world, it's not followed that much. But some survey I was reading some time back, it said that after football, hockey is the most field hockey, and it may be a combined of field hockey and ice hockey that it's the most followed sport in the world. So maybe it was an American survey which was talking about ice hockey and not field hockey, but yeah, it mentioned hockey. Anyways, uh, and another thing before I jump on to the next concluding part, you mentioned now Job mentioned that World Cup happening in India back to back 2018 and 2022. Shouldn't happen like that. The game should spread to more. I'm happy that it's not happening in India. Why? The reason is that in 2018 you guys won it, and in 2022 you guys were in the finals. So it's better it's happening out of India so that we don't have a threat from Belgium anymore.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
And we really want to
Okay.
win it, so at the
Yeah.
top, so we'll do our
Yeah,
utmost.
I am sure. I have no doubt that you guys will be in the top four, but from there, I don't know what happens because then it's anybody's game. But coming back to this podcast, the World Cup spots are slowly getting filled up. Belgium and Netherlands are already there as hosts. Australia as the previous FI Pro League winners. Then Spain have booked a spot from this Pro League. Now it comes down to the continental events, starting with the Asia Cup, which is happening in a month's time in India. Um India have been clearly the favorites when hockey is happening inside Asia because they are hardly getting any challenges from anywhere, including Pakistan, which has dwindled away. Malaysia is not doing too well. South Korea's interest keeps dipping and coming back, but they remain a threat. But do you, if you look at the Asian part of hockey, who do you think are going to be the major threats for India coming into the Asia Cup, which offers a spot into the World Cup for the winners?
Well, I think Pakistan is always going to be a tough opponent, especially for India. It's always a tough battle between those two, um, and the playing styles are very similar. So yeah, I would say purely technically and quality wise, India is better. But yeah, in one or two games, it could always happen that the Pakistan find an amazing energy or an amazing way of playing to make it very difficult for India. So I would say Pakistan could be a threat for you guys. And for example, China, I'm very curious what they will show in the years to come, because the women have showed a lot of quality at the last Olympics. So I would imagine that the men will also want or have gained a lot of trust from that, and they maybe want to replicate what the women did. So yeah, that could be a possibility. That it's a tough opponent for India. So I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. Okay, guys. There's again somebody knocking at your door, so I'm guessing that life goes on in the hotel there in Germany, and the practice games are coming up. So we are going to let you go and focus on the practice sessions with your national team for the rest of the day. Arthur, thanks very much for sharing your time with us and sharing some insights into the life of hockey from guys like you in that national team. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you all the best at the upcoming European Championships. Jaspreet, closing words.
Yeah, same here, Arthur. It was good to kick off this podcast. Thanks to Ernst who invited me to co-host with him, and I hope it's the start of something really really long, which of course you are the first guest on the revival of this podcast, so that's always special. And you provided some brilliant insights into not just European hockey but also across the world, including Asia, which is going to witness the Asia Cup soon. And you on your part are busy in the European Championships, which is again an important event, a high profile event in the calendar for European nations, and we wish you all the best for that. And the knocking on the door Ernst was talking about, I think it's also an indicator that your time is up. The 45 minutes you have asked for are over.
Yes, yes.
So we'll leave you with that, and I'm sure you have to rush back to
For inviting
somewhere,
me.
team meeting or a practice session or whatever. But thank you so much once again for joining us, and it was a pleasure having you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Have a good day.
Yeah. Have a good day. Thanks for listening to Studio Hockey. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast so you will not miss out on our next episodes. Until next time, happy hockey. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Take care.